What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the right side of the map in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is ChronoJJ. ChronoJJ, the great ChronoJJ, the wise ChronoJJ, voted most likely Asian mythology dad to get hit on 2011. I don't know what happened after that, but he's been struggling in that competition ever since. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Oranos, his name is Tigerboss, the boss of the Tigers. Tigerboss, a very, very surprising fall to the Challengers League here. I think everybody expected Tigerboss to make it into Champions League. He's had a top 3 finish, I believe, a top 4 finish in an S tier tournament before. So he's definitely one of the top players. He's just wasn't able to get through the qualifiers. Had a tough game against Mr. Boit, I believe, and wasn't able to. Was it Mr. Boit? I think it was Mr. Boit. And wasn't able to make it through in the end there. So now he's in the Challengers League. He's going to be one of the favorites of the Challengers League to win the whole thing and definitely have a chance of getting back into the Champions League for season number 4. But he's up against a man who, I mean, we've already introduced him. He needs no introduction, but he's definitely a player who can make life incredibly tough for every single one of his opponents. He's definitely a player who you always got to be worried about because he's going to be able to upset most people in this game, just simply based on the fact that he comes in with an idea, he comes in with prep, and he's ready to take out whatever you're ready to deal against him. So honestly, the best way to play against ChronoJJ is to just play something a little bit out of the ordinary to confuse him. But it's best of 3. The map is Frozen Waste. Frozen Waste is definitely a very, very strong map for the Oranos player. I quite like Oranos on this map because, well, it's one gold mine Frozen Wastes to boot, but town centers can be tough. There's nothing really on these town centers here for ChronoJJ in this map. It seems to me that Chrono's going to have to basically do something a little bit out of left field here to make this work. He's already got his monument up. He's going to be throwing up a temple relatively soon. He's chucking it up with 2 villagers. I'm not sure he 100% needs to do that unless he wants to go for like a 4-minute advance time here, which maybe he is wanting to do. But we'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Tigerboss is just going to be playing this one very standard here. No 4-minute advances here in the early stages of the game. Just about to chuck up his temple here as he gets the resources. In fact, he's putting the temple up in the middle of the map. I haven't seen this done ever from Tigerboss's point of view here. He's going to be able to get himself a little bit more gold than otherwise, because normally you use the gold villager to put the temple up. But this temple being forward means that the early Promethean you get out is going to come out much faster. Not only that, he's going to be right next to the Anvil of Hephaestus here if he wants to drop that in to the temple at any point here. As Dark coming through for ChronoJJ, nice and fast. Didn't look like a 4-minute 2-second advance. It looked like a 4-minute 16-second advance time here, but fast nonetheless. 10 villagers on the gold mine as the oracles are in position to put some pressure on. Prometheus is on the way, a little bit delayed there it seems, but still relatively fast nonetheless. If we take a look at this town center over there, there are these back walrus on it. So grabbing this town center is not going to be a bad idea for ChronoJJ in the slightest. He will be able to drag these walrus kind of underneath the town center. At least this one will be able to be dragged around about to here, which is close enough to the town center that it's going to be a tough one for Tigerboss to be harassing. The other thing is, but we are seeing the villagers coming down onto this bottom side of the map. There are caribou on it. But here's the thing, ChronoJJ, he likes to do this, he likes to do these builds where he goes for fast town center, but he also goes for barracks here as he decides to chop the snowy pine down, and he's going to start throwing this town center up here. Wadjet coming over onto this position. He's got to be really, really careful because I'm sure Tigerboss is going to be wanting to put some pressure onto this town center. Not only that, Tigerboss scouts this out. And what can Tigerboss do now against this kind of fast town center shenanigans? So he's got a couple of options. One is he can just go straight into town centers himself if he so chooses and have an incredibly strong economy. But Looks like the town center here is going to come up. We do see a little bit of a cheeky ghost building here to make sure the units can't come in and harass this. The Promethean are going to start scouting out. We do see a military barracks is down now for Tigerboss, but we don't see any counter barracks here for Tigerboss. So it looks like he's going for a very, very fast second town center with a handful of military units to defend here. You can see he's got 2 villagers on the gold. The village is already making its way over onto this town center. So a really, really fast second town center against this Ra opener here. And ChronoJJ, I don't know if he's fully aware of what's happening here in this game, but he is taking all the risks in the world right now. He's going straight onto this hunt. He doesn't have a whole lot of food remaining in his base. If he gets pushed off this hunt, it's absolutely a nightmare for ChronoJJ in this game. The villagers over here chopping down the wood, the straggler trees, not going for any sort of lumber camp here, trying to get himself Shadoof, trying to get himself all of the upgrades he needs. He doesn't actually have any of those just yet. There's the Valor onto the Mamilla heroes here, on the Mamilla and the Citizen grabbing this town center over here. Do we see more Mamilla coming out? It looks like the answer is no. And I wouldn't be surprised here if Tigerboss actually goes for this town center or this town center as well. Either or wouldn't be a bad idea, as we do see ChronoJJ dropping down his barracks right now. How are the upgrades going? So husbandry on the way, still no plow, villagers on these straggler trees. The straggler trees, you might ask, why is ChronoJJ doing this? So one answer is the priest empowering both the town center and the villagers on the food means overall he's going to get a little bit more food income. But how much does he actually lose out on having to walk back and forth from this tree? Well, first and foremost, he gains 20 seconds-ish on, or 29 seconds, I think. Hang on. How long is building a granary? 23 seconds. He gains 23 seconds on building the lumber camp. So that's around about 23, well, it's 23 seconds worth of gather time, which is around about 23 wood. And then he doesn't actually lose any wood because he gets about 3 extra wood by dropping these villagers into an empowered town center. So while the villagers are walking back and forth, technically speaking, doesn't really lose that much wood here, if he loses any at all. So this actually makes a lot of sense for Ra players to do if they're empowering the town center and have the villagers on the pigs and everything else here as well. As an armory is coming down, we do see the Mamilla do come in. They do manage to snipe a villager there. ChronoJJ getting a little bit out of position on this, or not paying attention, as the Mamillas do grab that one. And we are, in fact, seeing Tigerboss now grabbing the forward town center as well. This is a really, really difficult to play against Oranos style here. Incredibly fast 3 town centers. The villagers have to get pushed off of this granary here. And with ChronoJJ right now grabbing farms on this forward town center, this gives Tigerboss a very, very strong position or strong location to attack. We are seeing Chrono trying to be careful about this. He's throwing up barracks. He's putting walls down. Does have his slingers out. His Wadget as well to defend. This town center is now halfway completed as well. We've got Tigerboss happily grabbing Hunt over on this location here. The relic still hasn't made it into the temple for whatever reason, but it has been moved. It was moved, but not into the town center. I'm not sure exactly why that is. As the Mamilla hero, they do dart in here to take down that Wadget, as we are going to be seeing Chrono trying to attempt to put up a ghost building to keep these Terma inside here, as the town center does a lot of damage with that Pharaoh empowering it, but the priest here getting not taken down, but getting garrisoned in. Lots of dead units there for Tigerboss, as ChronoJJ's got to be happy about that, as more units are going to start streaming in onto this position. And now the big question becomes, is Tigerboss going to go for a really, really strong timing attack here? Not timing attack, but aggressive early game here, where he puts tons of pressure onto this town center? Or is Tigerboss going to be trying to be a little bit more strategic about it and go for a heroic age kind of idea, go for a mythic age kind of idea, and try and put pressure on where that's concerned? As the rain gets thrown down here, but there's so many units here, we'll see if Tigerboss is going to try and put pressure on. This is the problem that I was talking about for ChronoJJ. His units here are going to get pushed off the farms during the rain. We'll see how things are going to go, as the Pharaoh is going to start getting targeted down. More priests coming in onto this position. Chrono needs to micro this a little bit here, as the priest does get taken down. We do see a little bit bit of garrison micro there from ChronoJJ to come over and take out the priest there, as the Murmillo are getting taken down by Axeman here on this location. Tigerboss losing a lot of units here, as Chrono, he almost loses his Pharaoh. Got to be careful about that one there, as the Terma getting pushed back. Pharaoh with 9 HP remaining. Another priest in should be able to heal that Pharaoh back up, as Chrono is attempting to get to the next age right now. He's got tons of farms in his main base. He's got tons of farms over here. 19 farms here. Chrono's just about to be able to advance. In fact, he has the resources now. And Tigerboss, he's done a little bit of damage, but he's lost a lot of units, but he is on 3 town centers. Segment is the got a choice here for Chrono. He loves the segment in this matchup, as the Axeman going to be getting pulled back for the time being here. Let's see if the priest is actually going to ever empower or heal back up this Pharaoh. At this point, it's not happening. And now Tigerboss, he sees the gold mine over here. He knows that the gold has to be expired soon. And Tigerboss at 105 of 105 population, he's going to be ready to put pressure onto this location. The big question is going to be, can ChronoJJ do anything here? Answer is, he has options. He could throw all of his villagers onto wood and just throw a market down, sell wood for a little bit, get an army, and then try and put the Migdol down and try and get this gold mine secured. He can segment Citadel, this town center, to do even more damage over here. We are seeing the Pharaoh getting empowered back up here as the villagers are jumping onto this gold mine for the time being. He may have to villager fight a little bit here as well, as the army is now diving in onto this town center. The units have to get pulled back there for the time being. Those shaft mine coming through for Tigerboss as well, as he's got 125 population. ChronoJJ here at 84 population. There's the Citadel center coming up there. 15 damage per second, plus it shoots 3 arrows, I believe, instead of the 2. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct or not. Yeah, well, that's 6 arrows there, it seems, with the priest empowering, because you get 100% extra bonus damage where that's concerned. As the units now coming through, we will be seeing the Pharaoh throwing some of those special abilities over onto this location. We do see slingers coming out only here for ChronoJJ to try and hold on here, as Tigerboss is putting more and more pressure onto this position, sitting at full population here, as the villagers, it wouldn't be a bad idea to pull the villagers off and start shanking those Terma at this point here, as the Scarab getting taken down. The priest does get taken down as well. More units are going to be streaming in onto this position here, as ChronoJJ now pulling his villagers off of this location to start shanking down the Terma, as the Cairo Ballast in on this position. Tigerboss is happily sitting at full population here. ChronoJJ, he needs more military abilities. He's got so many units queued up in his barracks. Those are not... this is something that if you ever play like Age of Empires 2 or StarCraft 2, this is something that low-level players do quite a bit, and it's really not the best way to macro. You want, if you aren't using auto queue, you want to be having 1 or 2 units max inside of your military buildings and having tons more military units building at that point. As Shifting Sands does come in, but the units, they don't get taken down. A little bit late on that Shifting Sands, if you ask me. As Chrono, he's still struggling to get that Migdol Stronghold up to defend this position. And Tigerboss, he's actually starting to lose quite a bit of units here. Maybe he's not producing anymore. Looks like he is. He's got his armory down. We do see a temple coming up on this position there for Tigerboss to continue to put pressure in onto this position here, as the Axeman defending this one. This Citadel Center is paying for itself in so many kills here. It's able to take down units so obscenely fast, and Tigerboss is not really paying attention to this. He's losing quite a bit of stuff underneath this town center. But ChronoJJ at 50 villages, Tigerboss at 27 villages. The fact of the matter is here that Chrono is not managing to get ahead on the villager count here. He's not managing to get up to his 80 villager pop cap here. And Tigerboss, he can start thinking about grabbing this town center if he so chooses. He is on the berry bushes for the time being. He could come through and grab these walrus as well, as the Migdol Stronghold is trying to get shot up on this position, but no priests or Pharaoh in here to empower that one. As more villagers coming through, the Migdol Stronghold is going to be getting targeted down, as the Sky Passage is getting dropped onto this position and onto the top position over here as well, to make sure that this top gold mine doesn't get snuck at any point here. Tigerboss's game plan here is just to continue throwing pressure onto ChronoJJ, as he is slowly but surely getting closer and closer to the heroic age here. He's nearly 800 food. He's got his 800 or 500 gold in plenty of resources remaining here. So the heroic age is going to be on the way here for Tigerboss anytime soon here, but he is losing some units while he continues to push through onto this location. Going to be bringing it back ever so slightly as he realizes exactly what's happening here, trying to take out villagers as ChronoJJ still hovering around that 50 villager mark. He's not able to push up to anything more. He's still not able to get up his Migdol stronghold. I wouldn't mind seeing the Migdol get placed back here, to be honest. I think there's room for it. Yes, the villagers might not be able to utilize this side of the gold mine anymore, but it would be vitally important to continue holding on to this location. But the other problem here is, as Tigerboss can continue to put pressure onto here, this gold mine continues to get more and more utilized. It gets lower and lower, which means ChronoJJ is going to have to leave this Citadel Center at some point here and fight underneath this gold mine or over on this gold mine with no real help there. We are seeing Tigerboss as well looking like he wants to grab this town center to go up to 4 town centers here. The problem is Tigerboss doesn't have the economy to support 4 town centers plus this type of aggression here. He can't even support his current 3 town center production here. He's just throwing more and more military buildings down as he is trying to break through this gold mine of ChronoJJ. ChronoJJ's got 900 gold in the bank right now. Imagine ChronoJJ's got this vendetta against making mercenary. He says, you don't need mercenary. Mercenary aren't an important part of the Egyptian game plan. I'd much rather build villagers than build mercenary here. And he's about to be getting a castle, a palace, dropped on his gold mine with 1,000 gold left in the bank here. ChronoJJ could have been spamming mercenary out to help defend this. With mercenary cavalry here, he probably would have been completely fine. We do see an attempt at a mining camp up at the top side of the map here. No villagers currently moving up there. There they are. They're going up to the top side of the map now as walls are starting to come up in this position here. The villagers will be able to sneak through here, and they are going to be attempting to shank down this last citizen, or this citizen over here. Is an attempt at a ghost building from Chrono as he is managing to do so. He's getting that ghost building up as best as he can as the villager is attempting to make a break for it around this side. We'll see if Chrono is actually going to be able to take that villager down there. But Chrono is now gold starred, but he's got 1,000 gold in the bank, which means he can throw up a Migdol stronghold over on this side and try and defend over there if he so chooses, as the citizen does get heroized over here. The Murmillo coming over here to snipe down these villagers. This hero citizen going to come over here and try and throw up the walls here. We do see a Migdol stronghold coming down on this position as Tigerboss's units do spot the villagers going onto that position there as the palace is up. Tigerboss now looking to go up to the Mythic Age. Does he have a market up anywhere in his base? It looks like there is no market just yet anywhere, but Tigerboss is now sitting 149, 150 of 160 population. He wants to go to the Mythic Age. Migdol Stronghold will come up, but this doesn't really help ChronoJJ out in the slightest. He will be able to make cavalry. He will be able to make chariot archers, but he needs to be thinking, how can he get gold in this game as Tigerboss is scouting around all of the black spots in the map, making sure there's no gold getting grabbed. We see the mining camp coming up, but there's already units coming through, and you have to remember there is this sky passage over here. They can jump straight through that sky passage and surprise ChronoJJ on this position to take this out, and that's exactly what Tigerboss is going to be doing here, throwing all of his units in onto this position to take those villagers out as Hecate is coming through. Chrono still sitting only at 53 villagers at this point, getting kept in a very, very difficult position here to continue, as I'm not sure what else ChronoJJ can do here in this game. We do see the Arcus, the Destroyers coming through. The Stymphalian Bird actually cannot teleport through the Sky Passage in this for basically just because I can't do that. But the Hecate is coming through. The Migdol Stronghold getting taken down. ChronoJJ sitting at 75 or 140 population. He can sell wood for a little bit here, though he doesn't have a market up, it seems. Yeah, I don't see a market anywhere here for ChronoJJ as the Migdol Stronghold is going down very, very quickly. And in that moment, as Chrono's starting to get a little bit of raids going in here, he has to tap out. No gold remaining. No hope to win in this game. Hecate at 66% as well. Tigerboss showing this is a tough matchup for Ra. Tigerboss shows exactly how it's done. You get your town centers up. You just put pressure onto the gold mine. Ra has to be concerned about so many different Oranos strategies here that they can go for. They can go for one town center. They can go for two town centers, three town center. One town center strategy you have to be concerned about if you don't defend your farms. It's really, really tough. Two town center strategy you have to be concerned about. If they start putting this type of pressure on with two town centers, you're just going to lose the town center most of the time in the classical age. So you have to build the barracks and defend there. Three town center strategy, you have to be concerned about trying to get your second gold mine. If you go for a very, very aggressive or greedy, I should say, not aggressive, a very, very greedy farm build like ChronoJJ did here, getting this second gold mine, it's really, really tough. And he just couldn't manage to do it. There was a point here where he was throwing up the Migdol Stronghold, where maybe if he threw it up on the back side here, potentially delete this farm, put the Migdol in on this position here, he would have been able to hold a whole lot better on this gold mine. And then he probably could have started getting in onto these raids that he likes to do, causing some problems for Tigerboss. But he just couldn't get that Migdol up, and Tigerboss gets the dub here. Really well played here for Tigerboss. We'll see if ChronoJJ is going to be able to work it out in game number 2 or not. Really, really fun game here. Smart play by Tigerboss, showing his level and showing how strong he is. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.